Hey, good afternoon, all. This is Dolores from Getting Gigs, and today I'd like to talk to you about four of the companies that I do side hustle work for. They're not going to be in any particular order how I'm going to go through them, and then I just wanted to tell you my assessment of them, how I like to work on there, and whether or not I think it's a good gig or side hustle to get into. I'm only going to do the top four that I work for because a couple of the other ones are they're like kind of hit or miss, and a few of them I just started out on, so I don't feel that I could say that they're my favorites yet. So like right now, these are my four favorites right now. So let's go into this. Let's go into the first one. The first one I'd like to talk to you about is Prolific. These are no particular order. I'm just gonna do them in the order of the screenshots that I did. I did it as screenshots because there's some information that I do need to hide for confidentiality purposes and so you don't see my personal information. So, Prolific, I just want to show you that I do make okay on there. Like, I've only been working for them probably maybe a little over a year. I think it's been a little longer, to be honest with you. But in the beginning, I'm being honest with you, I signed up for them. I forgot I signed up with them. And I didn't even do any work on there. Like, I just kind of like signed up, did a survey here, did a survey there. That was it. But because I was working full time, I didn't kind of really think I needed it. So I didn't pay no mind to it. But when I decided that I was going to work from home full time on a full time basis, work from home doing side hustle gigs or remote work, I started giving them another chance, and I'm glad I did because more recently I've been getting ones on here like that are surveys that are $20 each. I've had one that was $35. I've had some that are 15, some 10, some 5, some lower ones. But the work that I do on here, like I don't feel like I'm gonna get scammed after I do the work. Some of the survey sites that you go to, you do the work and you're like, man, I'm not gonna get paid that money anytime soon. You're waiting for days, a week later for it to get approved, and then they'll say, oh, you didn't do this right or you didn't do that right, and you don't get paid for it. No, I get paid for all the work that I do on here. Like it does say submissions and then approved here, but the difference is a lot of them, if the reason I have a difference on mine is because I return ones that I don't like. So if I am in the middle of one and I don't like it, I just return it and I just go back to the main screen and do another one. Like I don't get many of those like that more recently. Like in the beginning I did. Like I had ones I just didn't want to do them because like maybe it was too personal information. But I like the ones on here now. Like they're more like they come from universities, they come from AI companies, they come from different places. And it's like it's not hard work. It's like easy work, but like for the $20 one, I did have to work an hour for that. I'm fine with that. I mean, this is a good side hustle to do. I log in there every day now, and I make money off of them. Every single day, I do some work for them. More recently, every single day. Like even if it's just $20 one day, there's been days like I had one day I made $200 off of them. So for me, I think this is a good side hustle to do. I had it to, I have it as one of the ones I do. But I don't have work on the others. And sometimes I might even log into this one first to see if I can catch one of these $20 ones. So, and actually, before I switch to the next one, I've had some of these $20 ones be for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Like they vary with how long you need to do them. So I go in there, log in there before I start my other one. So another side hustle gig that I work on that I think is a good one to try. Now I'm gonna put the link to all these below. If you guys could like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Should have said that in the beginning, but I got carried away. So let's keep going. So the second one, like I said, no particular order, that I've been doing more work on lately is user testing. Now, for this one, like a lot of the ones you do on here are going to be like $10 each. They have ones that are like $30, $60. They're the same kind of concept where you're going to record a video, you have to listen to audio, you have to take some type of survey, but a lot of this is going to be recorded work. They're going to record your face or they're going to record your voice or they're going to have you on a website picking between option A and option B, telling them which product you like better, which screen you like better. You're just honestly just giving your opinion, but they're going to record you while you're giving your opinion. And the $10 ones, like I actually did another one, like I have $50 pending now. I just did that other one right before I recorded this. I did another one for $10, and it only took me 10 minutes to do that one. Sometimes they're 30 minutes long, sometimes they're 20 minutes long. It all depends on what they're asking. But they're ones that are out there, like they have ones for like $30, $60. And those ones are more intuitive where you have to record something or meet with people like on a voice call and stuff like that. I don't do those. I only do the $10 ones. So that way I can just do my recording, hit the submit button, and be done with it. Like they do check your quality of work, and these companies will report back if your work is not of quality standards. But as long as you do what you're supposed to, you'll make your money on here. I only recently started up with this one again because, like I said, now that I'm working from home again, I have more time that I can do these. And I do it like when I don't have work on the other ones, I log in there. You have to take like little screeners, like maybe one or two questions. Some of them have like 10 questions, some of them have a few questions. Once you go to the end, if you get to the last one, they'll say congratulations, and they'll say great, like little balloons or something flies up, and then you go ahead and record your video. Sometimes I screen out a lot on a lot of them because just it just depends what it says there. But this one also has where you can do it on your phone. So that's a good one, like good for that purpose. Like, so if you're out and about, you're not doing something in somebody's house, you can just see if you have any phone ones available for this one. So another one that I like to do a lot is this is one of my main ones that I do work on is Outlier. Now for this one, like this coming week, I have like $500 spending, which might not seem like a lot, but like this week wasn't a great week for me with them just because like I sign up for a project, they didn't have any work. Sometimes they have end of queues where you're out of work for that week or for that day. It's ups and downs, but you remember you're a contract worker when you're working for them. You're not going to quit your regular 9 to 5 job for this. But there was one time that at this company you could do that because they actually had so much work out there. But right now, like it's kind of like a little bit on the more on the shaky side. I don't mean like shaking like in terms like I wouldn't work there. No, I'm gonna continue to work there. I mean in terms of like getting the volume of hours that you need. And I think most of that has to do with they just recently started a marketplace, which is kind of like in beta testing, I consider it, where they're still trying to get the kinks out, getting everybody to the right. They want to put everybody in the right I say testing zone, like where you need to be so that way you're working on the right project. And the only way to do that is you have to test. Do a lot of testing that's unpaid on here before you get a project. Like you'll get a project, you have to test for it, then you get on the project. But I think that's okay for me. Like if I test for it and I find that it's good and they hire me for it, I'm fine that I tested for it because in the end it balances out. If you do the testing and you don't pass, you're not going to get the position, like being able to work for them on that project. But that's fine because then if you didn't qualify for it, then you should be on there anyway. So this is one of the other ones that I work on, and they pay once a week via PayPal. On they say Tuesdays, but it's usually Wednesday morning when you get paid. You can also get paid on here via your checking account or ATM. So the other one, the fourth one that I like working for, and that I do work for a lot. This one I blacked out a lot of stuff on here just because I couldn't because my confidentiality agreement with them is Welocalize. Now with this one, you can get a lot of work on here. Usually, like I don't want to say a lot of work. You can get work on here every week. It's steady work, and that's why I like this one because the work is steady, and I know at least once a week I have work that I can do on this platform coming into me that I can make money on it. For this one though, is because they're in a different time zone. You have to be mindful of when they're going to send out the email saying that you have work out there. Because if you log in later than everybody else, you might log in and the work might be gone because it's like a pool. Everybody logs into the pool to do the work, and if the work's gone, it's gone. Like they don't hold the work for you, and which is understandable because they just want the work done. People log in, they do the work, and there's no work left, then you're out of luck. But you'll learn after you sign up for them, if you do sign up for them, that it's all about timing. I just wanted to prove here that I do work for them, and like you can make legitimate money. I've been going higher each and every time. Like these are some of my older ones, and these are the ones that got paid in the past. These two are pending. Like I had one month that was really good on there. Like that was actually maybe a couple weeks ago. So for each of them, I just want to tell you a little bit about them, a little bit more, and then I'll put the links to all of them below. For Outlier, like for them, like if you go on the internet and Glassdoor, they're gonna have a lot of bad ratings because people go on there, they do a project, they get kicked off the project. They have a lot of new projects. When they get a new project, they add people to the project. If you don't cut the mustard, they'll let you go. Stuff like that. But it's a contract gig, so you need to take that with a grain of salt. Do your work on there, make what you can make. Just don't spam them. If you do spam them, they're going to kick you out and they'll ban you from the program. Prolific is more like college surveys. That's what I want to call it. Like it's like college research. Like like a professor might need to know statistics about something, and they need to do like a research survey or something. That's that type of work. It's like that type of work, and then every once in a while they'll have like AI work on there also. We localize the one that I applied for, and the one that I'm working on is the rater position. And for this one, I would like to say, for them, even though they post an hour, like they'll say an hourly rate, the hourly rate that they post is an average hourly rate. And the reason I want to say that is because if you work faster, and as long as your quality is up, you can actually make more than that rate that they show. So that's just something to keep in mind. So like if you look at it like, oh, in the United States they only make $16 an hour. No, they pay by the task. They don't pay by the hour. Like you have to read the fine print on that one. But I like it. Like I've gotten to a pace where I think I'm comfortable with it with them. And for the user testing one, sometimes I sit here and I do a lot of those little screeners to see if I qualify. It's almost kind of like how you do the surveys and you do 4 or 5 questions to see if you qualify for them. For me personally, you can take this with a grain of salt. Like what I personally do is I don't do the $4 ones. So they have ones that are out there for $4. I don't touch them because I've never gotten approved to do one of those, and some of those you answer like 5 or 6 questions for, 7 or 8 questions, and then you still don't get in. So part of me believes on those ones, but maybe that they got the information that they needed already from those questions that you did. So they're not going to approve you because they already got the information that they needed. So I stopped doing the $4 ones. The ones that are over $10, there's a lot of them that you have to either do a face recording or you have to do a live conversation with somebody. So I look at those and see if it's a live conversation or if it's just a regular recording. If it's a live conversation, I don't do the live conversations because you have to schedule a time to meet with the person. It just feels like it's too much work for me. So that's my opinion on that one. And like other than that, like I can't like I wouldn't rank them right now, like which ones I think is the better of the like of the four. Because I get money from each of them. But the one I usually like, I have like a preference order, like how I log in. And most lately, I've been logging into Prolific first, and then I log into Outlier second. Then I do Welocalize third, and then I do user testing fourth. I do it in that order because what I try to do is do the one that's going to pay me the most first, and then I do the others. And then for this one for Welocalize, since the work might not be there when you log in, I log into there, see if there's any work, and there's not, I close out. And then later on, maybe about an hour or two later, I log in again to see if there's any work. But you'll learn their timing of when they send out work after you get on there. Like they have like a timing. You'll get an idea of it once you start working with them. Because I don't know if we all go into the same pool for that one. So otherwise, I would tell you what the timing is. But I don't know. Like I don't know if we all go into the same pool or we all in like different groups. But for me, I just know like on certain days there's no like there's usually no need to log in. There's not gonna be work. But on other days I'm like, okay, log in first thing in the morning. Or log in at night because there's gonna be work out there. So that's just my opinion, that's my assessment. These are four of the ones that I currently work on. I do work on a few other ones, but the work on some of them are just not as steady, and a few of them are still kind of new to me. So I kind of don't want to say like they're like one of my fabs yet because like I don't know them as well. Like I'm still getting friendly with them. Um anyway, so this is Loris from Getting Gigs. I will post another video about I I think I'm gonna post a video about the ones that I don't like. So that way you guys know why I don't like them and then you can make your own assessment about that. And one of them is because they don't pay. And like I'll post a video about that one just because I haven't gotten paid since June, and I did 600 assignments with them. June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. Anyways, until next time, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good night.